Hello, Mr. Reeve. What brings you trolling in here? Hello. Boner to see you. My new name, Queen Boner to see you. Very nice. I've got my pink chariot outside. Have you been very nice, Versace? Oh, you can tell that she's worth a few bob, can't you?
Have you heard from Claudia?
This is my manager.
No, I just...
The fabulous Beryl.
I didn't want to do a documentary solely about my music. I don't want any dissection of melodies. I don't want any, you know, retrospectives or anything like that. But I just think maybe it would be nice to let the public know a little bit more about me and my fans know a little bit about me on an intimate level.
Here we go. Here's my record promotion, man. Squirrel Cheeks McNaught. Look, he's got enough food in those cheeks to feed Namibia for 17 years.
Try and take that camera. We're trying to work.
Obviously, my relationship with you is very personal, so you have a much better insight and access to me, which I think is important, but I wouldn't allow anybody else. It would have been impossible to do a documentary on you 5 years ago because I, obviously wouldn't have been compos mentis. I'd have told you all to bugger off within 3 minutes. I don't want the documentary to come across as holier than thou either. I don't want a sycophantic one. I just want people to see how I am.
No, I shall get annoyed. Stop filming. Ow, stop filming. Stop filming. There they are. Ah, young bastard. I got 7 o'clock in the morning to get here, and I'm personally leave my clothes in the car. Well, what the f***'s going on?
I know. I mean, that is an excuse.
It's
not a reason to spoil the chances for the album.
I could give a f***. I make music. I don't make film. I hate videos. They're f***ing loathsome. And I tell you this, I am not doing this video.
Well, the car will be back in 5 minutes. You're going to go in the car.
It's not going to be back in 5 minutes. It's gone right back into the Sarah Manhattan. All this month's work that I put in, and someone leaves a bag in a car. I don't believe it. I'll do everything myself in the future.
Okay, we're all set.
Where was it?
He came right back when he realized he delivered the book as well, so.
Nightmare. I seriously don't want to do this.
I know you don't. I know you don't do it. I know you're not. Just give it an hour. I'll tell him you've got 1 hour.
And this is, promise me, this is the last video I'm ever going to do.
Yes, it is. I mean, you say it's...
I don't want to do it. I really am not in the mood to do this.
Oh, come on. This is silly. Honestly, it is. You're shooting yourself in the foot. You've got months and months of work into this. Just do 1 hour.
Boring. Videos. I don't make this to do videos.
You're right. You're right. They are. They're absolutely crap. It's painful for him. It's not easy for him. And I wish that it was, and we've discussed it on numerous occasions. And I mean, it's just a shame that it's not more fun for him, because it should be fun.
I'm not very one for visual things. I don't like my photograph being taken. I don't like doing videos. It's probably to do with the way I look and the way I think I look and the way I wished I looked. I'm not Madonna, and I'm not George Michael, and I'm not someone who has a very strong visual image. So I don't really feel that comfortable.
Shitbag.
Hello, girls.
How are you? Oh, sweet chocolate for you.
Close your eyes.
Hold out your arms.
Closer.
A blue.
A blue one?
From us all.
Oh, hello.
Oh, it's been so hard to keep it.
Oh, really? Sweet. Is it a little boy or girl?
Little boy.
We haven't called him
No, wait, no. We do.
Graham.
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 He nips a little bit in your face. He does.
Graham. Wow. Oh, that's fun. Wow. This is where I live. I love coming home. I'm coming back to England, to this house. It's a very rewarding thing. There's a lot of love in this house. This house used to be a rampant party house and did a lot of drugs here. It wasn't a happy house. It was full of furniture and it was full of jukeboxes and pinball machines and stuffed bears. And I realized after I got sober that I didn't want that anymore. I wanted to have a home that was comfortable, that we could have people here to stay, that was full of love and peace. And I think this is what this house is about.
Hello, Brian. Hello, it's not just Pops. Hello, my darling boy.
Are you a mummy's boy? Yeah, I think I am. I think I've always been a mummy's boy. My mum was the one kind of person, apart from my grandmother and my aunt, who are again two other women, that I could really rely on when I was young for support, for love. So I'm very, very attached to my mother. She drives me crazy because she always knows what I'm doing, but nobody has stood by me as much as my mother. Nobody has been there for me as much as my mother. Yeah, I'm a mummy's boy. I'm a mummy's boy. I think the pivotal member of the family was my grandmother. Even though there wasn't a lot of money coming in, she made the most of everything. And she was a constant throughout my whole life. She was a great, I mean, later on in my life when I was in Los Angeles and I tried to commit suicide by taking sleeping tablets, throwing myself in the pool, getting out of there, and my grandmother, who's on her first trip to America, and said, well, I said, I'll be dead in 2 hours. I said, oh, I suppose we better go home now, right?
Suppose we better get packed and go, she said.
You know, nothing faced. She was no bullshit with my grandmother.
How were you when that happened? How did that, what did you think?
It was a terrible, terrible time, those days, but I wouldn't want to go through them again.
Mm.
It's an awful thing to see someone you love unhappy, and unhappy enough to want to do something like that. I mean, I couldn't get near you, could I, really? It was a different lifestyle. He got in with a different crowd of people. There were the drugs about, which he denied frantically, but I mean, you know, I'm not daft, and I knew he was taking the drugs, but what can you do? I'd got no control over him, but it broke my heart to see him like it.
It was bad enough for you to move away, right?
It was. Yeah, I don't know. You're off a minute. I'm a bit tearful when I think about it.
Sorry, no.
No, I think you've got to talk about everything.
You've got to talk about everything. You can't just, this is the whole point of this thing.
You've got to go through it all, and it was just terrible, terrible times, and that was the time when we came out to the Rock of the Westies thing.
Yeah.
I didn't see him all the week. You probably don't remember. You was out of it until it was backstage before he went on stage, and I can remember coming back and your hands were just all split with playing the piano so hard, and you were putting, I can see you now, putting this stuff onto your skin. You looked terrible. I thought he was going to die. He looked terrible. It's awful. It's terrible, really, but it's so sad when I think about it now, even. And then Russell Hardy took a film of it. You remember? And everybody said, we saw you crying, and I thought, they don't know why. They've got no idea why.
Did people not know what you were doing?
They thought she was crying with
I
joy.
thought I was crying with joy. I was so elated, but I was so worried. It was,
And that
they
was
were
just the
terrible.
start of it,
That was just
really.
the start of it.
Someone saved my life tonight, sugar babe. You almost had your hooks in me, did you, dear? You nearly had me roped and tied. All about hypnotized with freedom, whispered in my ear, you're a butterfly.
First time I saw him, he came out of London Heathrow Airport. He was about 6'9", wearing this sort of fur cape and a huge feathered hat. So actually, he came to about 9'3". I thought, is that him? And that was the first time. And I remember driving along the motorway. I thought, well, perhaps they don't like to go too fast. So it was him and John Reed in the back, and I was doing about 55, I suppose. And I heard him say, "Can't you go any faster?"
But there was another occasion when we were coming back from Watford or somewhere where I was drunk, he was in the car, and I said, pull over, I'm going to be sick.
And by this time I was getting to know him. I said, "We'll be sick then." So I pulled over, he got out, and I got out, as I say, because I was wising up to him by now, and he walked over to the fence. I said, "Well, then be sick." He sort of looked at me like this, and then took off down the road. And this is like about 2 o'clock in the morning. It was like, and I caught up with him, obviously, because he had these like 6-inch platforms on. It wasn't difficult. And you can see I was catching up with him, so he lay down in the middle of the road on the white line, saying, "I want to die, I want to die." There wasn't even a hedgehog in sight. I mean, nothing.
You will face, of all the thrills you will experience, no adventure is bigger than Batman and Robin. The event of the summer is here.
Hang on.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, George Clooney, Chris O'Donnell, Uma Thurman, Alicia Silverstone, a Joel Schumacher film, Batman and Robin.
Starts Friday, June 20th at a theater near you.
Today, Microsoft makes the internet easy. Today, it's the Microsoft Network, and it's free for a month. Today, it's easier to do what you want, keep in touch, and have some fun. Today, life just got a whole lot easier.
It was the best of times.
Today, it's different. The Microsoft Network is free for a month when you call 1-800-843-3932. MSN brings the internet to life right on your Windows 95-based PC with sound, motion, and more. Send and receive email. Get the news as it happens. Plan and book a trip. Manage your investments. And about a million other things. Call 1-800-843-3932 for your free month today. You'll get a free CD-ROM with an MSN preview video to get you started.
It's just really extraordinary to see what you can do.
And unlimited hours on MSN and the internet. Free for a month. So call today, and you're on your way.
That closeness to your grandmother and your mother and your dad out in the wings somewhere, did that Did that shape your personality?
It did make me feel kind of a loner, and it created I didn't want anyone to come into my own world. I'm very good at giving love and not receiving it, so I'm very good at entering someone else's world, but for someone to enter my world, I always put my barriers up. It's what I've always wanted, to be loved and to have a really wonderful, close relationship with someone. And that's something with David I'm trying to work out. And we've been together quite a while now, and for him to give me a lot of love, which he does, I find very difficult, and yet it's what I've always wanted. My instinct is, yes, I love this, and I want the physical, tender, and the affection, but I tend to want, there's that part of me that I've created that wants to push it away. So I think that shaped me a lot when I was growing up.
Why do they think it performed the way it did?
And nobody knows.
No.
We've had everything for it. We've done everything for it. Obviously, the people either don't want to buy the single or wait for the album, or they don't like the record. It's as simple as that.
Right.
But I've never had a single with more going for it than this one.
Was it something to do with the promotion? Was it not?
I don't know. It was 13 midweek, and we had Top of the Pops and the chart show, and it went down after that, so...
Jonathan Green? All right, well, I spoke to him on Sunday.
Are you worried about it?
I know that...
I think it's over and done with now.
I mean, I think
we're worried about it. It'll go down this week.
I think
that'll be the end of it.
You know, I mean,
which is a grave disappointment.
Grave disappointment.
I shall just have to recall how much is that doggy in the window instead.
That's destined to be a hit.
It will be, Dan.
Do you think you get too obsessed about your record sales?
No. Not sale. I just like to know whether... It's exciting for me, that's part of it. When a record comes out, I like to see how it does. And, if I was to put a record out and I didn't care how it was doing, that would be a very strange state of affairs, wouldn't it? I mean, like, I've always been fascinated with that, ever since that's the most exciting part of having a record coming out. Sometimes it's also the most disappointing. At the moment, the single in England's gone up 2 places, and I'm very unhappy because I think it's a great song. But, you know, you can't do anything about it. It's been the most played record on the radio. We've done everything, so you can't force people to buy it.
Because you're you're incredibly passionate about it.
Yeah. Well, I'm passionate about my work.
Bye, Derek.
I can see the red to your eyes after the Spain. Oh, I can see that you're waving goodbye.
Spanish pokey.
Spanish.
Actually, you look great in a mantilla, don't you think?
A what?
Mantilla.
What's a mantilla?
That's when you wear the comb on top of your head with the veil coming down the back.
Thank you very much. All my unfavourite flowers in one bouquet.
Fabulous. It's the thought that counts.
It's the thought that counts.
Yes.
But I just really think that flowers in that kind of arrangement are given really no chance at all to bloom and shine, because that's so... I just loathe the arrangement. I mean, people who have flower arranging classes or teach people how to flower arrange like that should be shot, basically. I mean, it's just a hideous profession.
I don't think we'll put this in the documentary.
Well, I don't know why. I mean, like, flower arranging is such a waste of time. It's nice to do it in a vase, but not in some of those styrofoam things like that. That is a complete and utter abomination.
Tell us about Tina Sparkle.
Tina Sparkle is my right-hand hairdresser. He's so nice. I love him.
He's lovely, Tina, isn't he?
He's good.
Give us a kiss, Tina.
¿Qué diferencia hay entre el Elton John de hace 25 años y el Elton John que está ahora mismo aquí en España con nosotros?
Obviously I'm a lot older, but I'm much happier, I think, now.
What are you doing?
I always write these numbers down for the charts in America and for Britain.
Why do you do that?
It just keeps a record around.
So you know how everything's sold?
Yeah.
Do you feel trapped by it all sometimes?
Yeah, a bit.
Yeah?
But I love it.
You do love it, don't you?
I love it.
Don't you think you should, take a rest, a proper rest? Because you complained before Christmas you were overtired, and you worked solidly for 4.5 years, and that when the year was over, you were going to take 6 months off. Now you're telling me you're going to keep three projects on the go. Well, it's not though, because I mean I know when you wrote the Believe album, you came over every night. You were.
But I'm not gonna. Yeah, but I'm not gonna be recording an album myself, particularly. I don't want to discuss it now.
Am I making you feel uncomfortable?
No.
But it's intoxicating, and I mean I can see why you get caught up in it.
It's what I do.
But are you ever worried of not having enough balance in your life, or you just? I mean, what is balance for you?
I don't know. I mean, I'm spending enough time with you, probably.
Busted. Oh, you spend a lot of time with me. I mean,
I don't know. Shush. There were three warring factions, really. Me, who was determined to do music. My daddy wanted me to do something else and more responsible and respectable. And my mother, who was torn between the two and always defended me anyway. I was frightened of him.
He was frightened of him. And I knew he was frightened of him, so that used to make me...
He wasn't overly vicious to me, but at all, but he was very strict. And I was just...
I don't think he liked you very much, and it was the fact that if ever he could have a little dig, I mean, like such as table manners. You know when you're frightened you drop things, don't you? And yet normally he'd be relaxed and quite normal. But as soon as his father was there, he had that fear. You were frightened.
Yeah, I was frightened.
This is 1963. And he says, I was very pleased that he passed his grade 7 with merit, and he must really work now to pass his grade 8 quickly and go on to his degree if he really wants to make something of it. However, I'm most concerned about him is he is now 16, and yet he still behaves like a child of 13 or 14, with the fanciful notions of becoming a star and rocking and rolling all the time.
You walk in with a lyric sheet, and you write a song in what? How long?
Never usually more than an hour, to be fair. That's the way I like to do it. I mean, it's the way I work. I don't find it odd. Other people find it odd, but I'm not a guitarist. I don't carry something around me every day and sort of like, oh, I've got this great song, man, and I listen to this one. I've just written this. Thank God. All right, so I spend very little of my time writing the songs that I actually go out on the road and sing. If it doesn't come to me within an hour, then I abandon it or come back to it or abandon it completely. Did you bring the lyrics?
Of course I did.
Good girl.
Oh, my God, I'm so honored.
I wanted to. I said, the only 45 minutes I could fit you in all year, dear.
Yeah, but I'm like, I want to write this is the only 45 minutes.
No, I really wanted to do it.
And he fitted me in.
I wanted to fit you in because I love you.
Oh, I love you too, but I'm so excited about this. I was nervous, you know. I was very nervous about coming. But I think maybe this is the best lyric.
I could never tell till I get out there.
I'm sure, well, I wouldn't know how you could tell. I don't know how you could. I know anyone who does this but you. You write a lyric and you put the tune around. I mean, it's
totally unique.
Nobody else can do that. So don't ask me. But this one I see is how
that's
more
nice.
Feel.
This is yeah. Let me go up with that, can I? Can you give me the rhythm as soon as possible?
Yeah, he's just there to sing it up.
dum dum. I don't think regret.
I'll tell you what, do you want to hear it in here and I'll just take it out of the headphones?
I can't believe it.
And my heart is telling me for sure that telling me for sure that love's no lie. You're really worth fighting for.
Love it, love it.
And you're really,
yeah,
you're really worth fighting for.
Oh, Jesus. Love it.
Oh, tea break.
It's too much already.
Actually, Matthew,
Too
keep
long,
that.
too hard.
I like that.
'Cause you're really worth fighting for. My heart's telling me for sure that love no lie, and you're really worth fighting for. You got me ready.
Hello, my love. Right, I'm just off to Paris.
Are you?
Yes, going to Paris, yeah, and then to America. To the Oscars.
What?
I'm going to America after Paris,
Are
to
you?
the Oscars, you know, the film, because I'm up front. Might get an Oscar
The
award.
Oscar?
Yeah, so I might win one this year.
I hope you get half a dozen.
No, one will do. How are you,
Did you
Mum?
go and get one before?
No, it's the first time
I
I've been.
thought you had 4.
No, I've got 7 Ivan Novello awards, but this is the first time I've written for a film, so we might win one. You never know.
Oh.
Did you see me on Top of the Pops?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You were enjoying yourself.
Well, I was pretending to enjoy
Isn't
myself.
it lovely we got the television we can watch?
Yeah.
And all your lovely flowers, look.
Yeah.
Are they beautiful?
You still get your flowers every week from me?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, I thought you sent them.
Yeah, every week you get flowers from me.
I know.
No matter where I am.
I said to the nurse, it must be Elton, someone sending
No,
them.
we send you them every week. Anyway, you take care. And you keep well. Did you get my card from Japan? My postcard?
Yes, I
Good.
did. Thank
All
you
right.
very much.
All
It's
right.
very kind of you to think.
No, you silly old sausage. Love you.
Une autre question pour moi. You never use your own name when you stay in a hotel. What have been some of the names you have used? Well, I'm registered here as Sir Colin Chihuahua. I've been Prince Fubu. I've been Sir Humphrey Handbag. I've been Binky Poodle Clip. I've been Sir Horace Pussy. My mother rang up to ask for Sir Horace Pussy, and she had in Paris, and they said, "Who is calling?" She had to say Mrs. Pussy. She wasn't pleased.
Are you nervous? Quite honestly, I'll be glad when it's all over and done with, because there's been so much build-up for this, and I think if we do win, once the statue, then we can actually relax, and or when the results announce whether we win or not, then it's like, oh, it's over, now we can relax. But it's just, yeah.
How do you want the Suki ones?
These, I think.
Okay.
Sorry?
Have you prepared yourself or not really?
Yeah, I'm practicing my smile.
How's the party going to be if you don't win?
Eh? Oh, it'll be all right. I mean, come on. I mean, it'll be fine. I used to be chairman of a football club. I know how to lose.
we?
We're backstage in a glamorous Winnebago at the Academy Awards, waiting for it to start.
Why aren't you out front?
Why not out front?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be.
Why?
Because I don't want to sit in an audience for that amount of time and then perform.
Yeah.
Broadway Oscar nominee Jennifer Tilly.
With a huge ass.
You having a nap?
Yes. I've got nothing else to do.
What's that?
I wouldn't mind a pillow, but there's not a pillow. At least there is. Is it a pillow?
There's a pillow.
No, it's fine.
The excitement builds backstage.
What is that from?
My friend here's up for Best Animal Documentary. The demise of the African hippo. Which is 2-1 on favourite for...
Do I have to take this abuse? 21 years I've been with it.
21 years.
21 years too long.
You're the scrumptious thing, though, aren't you? Hey? Hey?
It's Elle.
It's glamour.
It's Hollywood.
It's glamour, Bob.
Hey, that's right, Dave. Hollywood, the Oscars, hey.
That's nice.
Yeah, she looks great.
Look at that.
All right.
Look at those chins. He looks hideous.
She's so pretty.
Oh, God.
How you doing?
Now it's getting exciting.
You look great. You look absolutely brilliant.
Make me look too fat.
No, you look really... you know how slim you look. You look really good.
Oh.
And the winner of the Oscar is... Elton John and Tim Rice, can you feel the love tonight?
Thank you very much. This is such an exciting night. I'd like to thank the members of the Academy for this incredible honor, to Hans Zimmer, who did a wonderful job with the songs, to everybody at Disney, to my parents who are here tonight, to David, to John Reed, to my friends in Utah, and everyone who worked on this most enjoyable project. This is an incredible honor for me. I'd like to dedicate this award to my grandmother, Ivy Sewell. She died last week, and she was the one that sat me down at the piano when I was 3 and made me play. So I'm accepting this in her honor. Thank you very much.
It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very
Breakdown is the #1 thriller in America.
My wife did not leave me.
The New York Times calls it pure action. People magazine raves it's a high-octane thriller.
Where is it?
Breakdown. Now playing.
Dad, what are stars made of?
Gases. Hot gases.
Gases.
Mm-hmm.
Then why do they stay in one place?
When it's your turn to be the teacher, why not use the computer more teachers use? Macintosh.
From the opening notes, you know you're hearing something special. Middle of Nowhere, the debut album from Hanson. Featuring the hit single, Bop. Hanson, their debut album, Middle of Nowhere, now available on Mercury cassettes and CDs. Hanson, where music is headed.
Is life full of weirdness, getting in your face and bugging the zits out of you? Tell us what's bugging you, and you could win big buckaroos in the Much Music Panoxyl Acne Medication In Your Face contest. 5 lucky winners will get $1,000 with no strings attached. To enter, just tell us in 25 words or less what really bugs you and what you'd like to do about it. Include your vitals and a Panoxyl proof of purchase or reasonable hand-drawn facsimile and mail it to In Your Face, care of Much Music. Start entering now, as in this minute, and let Much Music and Panoxyl get in your face today.
Across the country, critics agree. Father's Day is riotously funny, uproarious, hilarious.
Thank you very much.
Robin Williams and Billy Crystal are an irresistible comic team. Father's Day.
Now playing at a theater near you.
Could you have done it with that, Bob?
No. I would be dead by now. And I say that really seriously without being flippant. I would be dead, and I would not have enjoyed it a millionth as much as I have with having both there.
I'd like a print of this.
No, I mean, we've been through it together. I mean, we've had so many great times. There've been so many dramas.
It's her 20s, mate.
But I couldn't have done it without Bob. Without.
And vice versa.
Come on, Dave. There have been 10 out of 12 days where I've been working, either doing a show or I did something for Planet Hollywood on Sunday, and before that I did Oliver Peoples' Elton John AIDS Foundation. We had board meetings. But Sunday was the day that a friend of mine who worked for the band, and someone I've known for 7 years, who was 24, died of AIDS. And even though we were expecting him to die in a couple of weeks, it just shook me.
Yesterday, you came to lift me up, as light as straw and brittle as a bird.
You know, I've lost quite a few people this year, people that I really loved a lot, and I haven't been able to cry. Worried a bit because I've just been kind of numb to it all, and I think the Mark maybe, it just set me off. I mean, he was 24, and Once he got ill, he never had another chance. He just got ill and died, and you know, he was a Swedish boy.
As fear grows, please hold me in your arms.
How many people have you seen die of AIDS?
I don't know. Seen actually die, I don't know. I haven't really stopped to count the amount of people I've lost, but I don't know. I don't really think about it. I don't go chalking up on a blackboard. Too many. And so many people seem to be sick at the moment. And it's just... It's really, really boring.
What do you think about politicians in America who say that AIDS isn't really a problem?
Well, I just think they're misinformed. I think they're bigoted. And I think their anger is homophobic, really. I mean, they're just... their anger is aimed towards the homosexual community, whereas a lot of the AIDS, most of the AIDS increase is coming via the heterosexual community at the moment. So it's, you know, bigots will be bigots, and they will attack the people they hate the most. So it doesn't surprise me.
When you do a concert for the foundation, it's so much more pleasurable than even when you do a normal concert, because you know you're raising a lot of money for a really good cause.
Hi, you guys. Hey, everybody. Hi. How you doing, George? It's a pleasure to meet you, RuPaul.
I've always been comfortable with my sexuality.
Living a lie is just, it's not worth it. You only get one attempt on this earth, and it's just far better to be yourself. And if others don't like it, then tough shit.
Where's George? Oh, there he is. He's not in the right place at the right time, honey. Now.
I'm an Englishman, as you might well know, and I've had a lot of love and acceptance in this country. This has been my second home for many, many years. This is where I came out in this country. I slept with half of it. And I came out of it HIV negative. I was a lucky, lucky person. It's my job to repay that debt.
Where are we today?
We're at the hotel in Cap Ferrat, looking out over the Mediterranean, 98 degrees. Very hot.
And what is it you're doing in the south of France?
Basically, I'm trying to have a holiday.
How easy is it for you just to switch off while you're on holiday?
Switching off is very difficult, probably. Because if you've been working non-stop for like 13 weeks or 12 weeks, as it were, on the European tour, you just can't switch off straight away. It's like doing a show, and when you come back at night, it's very hard for me to get to sleep straight away, even though I'm tired. Relaxing is easy. I've been relaxing on this holiday quite a lot.
And are you afraid of being alone on holiday? I mean, could you go on holiday and not have a driver, and not have a valet, and not have a tennis coach?
Probably, but I mean... no, I wouldn't enjoy it very much. I mean, most people go on holiday and sit on the beach with 1,000 other people. I couldn't stand that. I'm quite private here. Most people fend for themselves during the day, and I go out for dinner at night with my friend.
If I was to ask you to do something that you didn't want to do on the holiday, would you do it with me?
Like what?
I don't know. Water skiing.
No.
Drive through the country.
No.
Lie by the pool.
No.
A walk down by the coast.
No.
See, I would love to. There's a beautiful path that goes around the perimeter of the Cap, which late in the evening isn't too hot and isn't too busy and there aren't many people around. I would love to just go for a walk with you, because I think that's a very special thing that two people can do together. And sometimes I think that would be really nice. But you wouldn't do that?
Not really.
No?
That one I might consider, but the other three are absolutely no-nos.
Now, a lot of people would be interested to see what you bring on holiday with you.
Here we have vitamins.
So those are the vitamins you take with you everywhere on the road?
Absolutely. We take, buy lots of our own food, Marks and Spencer's muffins, frozen in there because they're nice and healthy.
Let me just have a look at this.
Bottle of HP sauce potting through there. And now you enter the world of my closet. Well,
what have you got with you? Walk me through it.
These are suits. Here. These are jackets. Here. Jackets are here. These are shirts, obviously. And these are shirts. These are all silk shirts. Shoes, of course. All these are different kind of glasses. They're sunglasses. These are clear frames. These are pink, blue, burgundy, and purple frames. More sunglasses, all prescription, of course. Silver and gold and black frames. Brown, green, and red frames. And over here, very important for anybody traveling on the road, is 2 tiaras, because you never know when you're going to get invited to something really formal, so it has been worn on more than one occasion. So that's the closet, really.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why do you travel with so much stuff?
Because I never know what to wear, so I like to have a choice. And also, if you're away from home for like a year and a half, you have to have your home like with you. So wherever we go, it's like this is my closet at home. So it feels like I'm at home, because traveling is so boring. And hotels, even though they're beautiful and luxurious, you tend to get homesick. So I tend to take my home with me when I go and travel on the road. It keeps me kind of sane. People think you're crazy, but it is crazy, but it does keep me sane.
Do you feel a pressure as a big star to constantly be well-dressed and to have to wear different things all the time?
No, it's fun. I don't feel any pressure. I just like to feel good.
What would you respond to people who say that having this many clothes is indulgent or obscene or wasteful? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, in a way, I suppose, yeah. A lot of the stuff is, is given to me and made for me. And, but I suppose it is. It's crazy. I can't defend myself in that respect. But for some reason, I find it comforting.
Does it make you feel guilty at all?
No. I have to be honest with you, no.
I remember when rock was young. Me and Susie had so much fun, holding hands and skimming stones. Had an old gold Chevy and a place of my own, but the biggest kick I ever got was doing a thing called the crocodile rock, while the other kids are rocking round the clock. We were hopping and bopping to the crocodile rock. Well, crocodile rocking, a song is shocking when your feet just can't keep still. I never knew me about time, I guess I never will. As soon as war gets there tight, the crowd rocking was out of your sight.
Yes. What's just happened?
Doesn't. I don't want to talk about it. It's supposed to be on f***ing holiday.
What's wrong?
I'm never coming here again. I'll never come to the south of France again. Right. Can you get me a plane tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow. I'll come back tomorrow afternoon. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Like a 6 o'clock takeoff, something like that. Yeah, into Farnborough. Okay. Okay. Oh, bye.
Really, where do you go?
Yep.
Why?
I've had it here. Excuse me.
You want to tell me what happened?
Oh, I just lost my temper. This bloody woman at the end of the court waving to me. Yoo-hoo! And, it just pissed me off.
Why did that make you so angry?
Because, I'm always having people waving at me and going, yoo-hoo, and it's just, I take my tennis very seriously, and I just couldn't handle it.
Allow myself to introduce myself.
From the creator of Wayne's World.
Ow! Who throws a shoe?
Comes a mind-expanding.
Name, Austin Powers. Sex? Yes, please.
Thought-provoking.
This is my mother.
Politically correct. Motion picture.
What have you done?
That's not your mother, it's a man, baby!
Austin Powers.
Oh, this wig!
Directed by Jay Roach.
Now playing at a theater near you.
This is my time. This is my place. My McDonald's.
This is my McDonald's.
My McDonald's. My McDonald's. Ours.
Mine, yours, that guy.
These are my fries.
This is my Arch Deluxe.
Burger!
This is my Egg McMuffin. This is my Big Mac.
Wherever I roam, it's my second home. My McDonald's.
Is your dance lacking that certain edge?
Oh, yeah!
Then pick up the phone and call for a Much Music Video Dance Party. The fun is legendary.
It's live music television with a giant video screen, state-of-the-art sound and lights, the hottest videos. It's a head display. I'm frightened.
Call our toll-free number now and book a Much Music Video Dance Party, the nation's only touring music television show. But be ready. This thing rocks. Brought to you by O. Henry. Oh, hungry? O. Henry.
Drop zone, 23 stories, straight down.
She lost on the vortex completely. See, look at her. Look, she's like,
Of all the things you'll do with your kids this summer, why not give them a day they'll never forget?
It was really awesome. Water was everywhere. Top Gun was smoking. I got to meet Yogi Bear and Scooby-Doo, played Flintstone and Barney.
The kind of day you can only find at Paramount Canada's Wonderland.
I loved it.
Drop into Shoppers for savings attractions coupons worth up to $20 in park savings and half off Toronto hotels.
I just want to film you and film your response to an interview that I did while you were over in America with Beachy, who is your therapist, because I think that he says some provocative things, and some of them may or may not be appropriate for what we're doing, but I'm just curious to get your response. So are you happy to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Like he buys a lot of people.
Do you think he buys people?
Yeah, yeah, he does.
How does he buy them? How does that?
I think he buys them with his personality. I think he buys a lot of them with gifts. I mean, I think a lot of people just, feed off that. He's surrounded by some good, close people. Thank the Lord God for it.
I always think it's like a medieval court.
Aye.
When he goes for a downer, his ultimate payoff line, when I keep saying to him, look, you have no reason to be this way, everything is going well, you should be happy, you should be looking forward to what's coming up. It always boils down to the fact that he says, well, I don't like myself.
Yeah, that's right, he hates himself. That part of him does. He's happy when he's playing and stuff, for moments of it, but then he doesn't believe the audience reaction. I've actually seen it, and you just go, nah, it's not true. Not true, look at this. Can you spot an empty seat?
Why do you think he became addicted to alcohol?
I think that he was born an addict. He is a totally obsessive, compulsive person. He, if it hadn't been the alcohol, it would have been the drugs. If it hadn't been the drugs, it would have been the food. If it hadn't been the food, it would have been a relationships. If it hadn't been relationships, it would have been a shop, and do you know what? I think he's got all 5. I really do.
Listening to you and Beatty was like a couple of vultures pecking over a kind of a carcass in a way. I mean, the things in the South of France when we had arguments were to do with you and I. They weren't just because I was, you know, tired and everything. And this bit about being on the machine, I like working for a living, you know. I've told you that before. I like working for a living. And everybody wants me to do what they want me to do. But the actual thing, I am always going to do what I want to do. And if people don't like that, then they can leave, you know, or they can do what they want. As far as slowing down goes, everyone's, oh, I want him to slow down, I want him to slow down. Why do they want me to slow down? Why do they want me to slow down? What's it to them? You're talking about me in there like some piece of soap powder, and I find that irritating.
Did you find that hard?
I found it irritating, I found it offensive, some of it. Because I have to, I'm responsible for certain people's livelihoods, apart from my own, and I work, you know, I care for those people, and I don't think I buy them.
I'm sorry if it's made you feel uncomfortable, because...
Well, not all of it made me feel uncomfortable. I found a lot of it interesting, a lot of it was extremely accurate. I mean...
What was really accurate?
Well, more about my... You know, the bit about the way I'm compulsive and the way I had them about my self-esteem. But I think my self-esteem has gotten better. I mean, Beatty said on this about, you know, it doesn't be able to accept the audience thing. And that was true for a long time. But I think truly on this tour that we just done, I began to crack that. And I've known I've had to crack it. And I'm still not there all the way yet with it as far as personal compliments and stuff like that go. It's hard to start loving yourself. All this bit about you've got to love yourself, you've got to love yourself, you are, you know, I know that, but it doesn't happen overnight. It's 43 years behavior. It's not going to change overnight. It's certainly not going to happen in 5 years. If it did, it would be miraculous, but it is changing.
Child in my head, you haven't walked yet. Your first words have yet to be said, but I swear you'll be blessed.
There's a fax coming through from England from today's newspaper about which has been in the paper before recently about the top 20 money earners in British rock and roll, and it's common knowledge. You can find out what everyone's earning and stuff like that.
What does it say about you?
I says I'm not one. If you write songs that continually sell, and your back catalogue sells, it's, you know, it's a very lucrative, and you own your own songs, which I do now. So. It's a culmination of 25 years hard work. I mean, I've been through a hell of a lot in my life. It's been a roller coaster ride of fabulous times, really low times, and terrible irresponsibility on my behalf. And the only person I don't think I've made my amends to that I've hurt is my ex-wife, Renata, who we don't really see each other and communicate, and I think that's the way she wants it, and I understand that. But I'm an optimist, and I feel one day that I can make my apologies and we can be friends. I have to say that she's one of the best people I've ever met in my life, and I don't have one negative thing to say about her. We'll do Philadelphia Freedom, and I need Electric Canada.
You can have the colouring book.
An anti-moral colouring book. But it's free. This is Bob. This is Bob, the fabulous personal assistant of the artist Elton John. Loyal, underpaid, and overweight. Underpaid? Cheek. No. Yes, underpaid.
And how loyal?
So-so.
Oh, look, there you are.
A bit my hair here, isn't it?
How about this? An old cow.
Where and what?
You gave them to me.
Don't put these on the pile.
You put them on there. This is what he's like. Nightmare.
Here he is, the checkered fag.
Oh, good God.
Brand control. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. You're sorry.
But the times have changed.
Hello. Boogie for the show. Kissy, wizzy.
Make sure you rest in your voice.
Kissy, wizzy.
Once we get Santiago out of the way, we're on the home stretch. I'm very homesick. Really want to go home, but I can't because, you know, I have to do these shows. It's just in between shows, just think every minute seems like an hour.
And I guess that's why they call it the blues.
Almost end of the tour.
Yeah, one more interview. I don't know how many interviews I've done this year.
1,226.
Yes, about right.
You're not looking forward to this?
I've had enough, dear. I don't know how Mrs. Jagger does it. She speaks to her in wildebeests. I just want to get out of here and go home. It's the 108th show of the year to over 2 million people. And I probably sound like a miserable, whining so-and-so, but I'm just tired, basically.
See you out there again.
Yep. Another country, another city.
Another triumph. Marvellous. And don't forget to wave when you get out.
How's that?
That's a good start.
What if your music stopped selling one day?
I don't even think about it. I don't project like that. You can't think like that. That's an unhealthy way to think.
But what if it did? You woke up tomorrow and Elton John music stopped selling. And they stopped playing it on the radio.
It's not going to happen. I'll tell you. It just doesn't work like that. It's not going to happen. It doesn't work like that. I mean, if I'd had two hit singles and then one album, yeah, I would be worried about it. But I mean, I've been around for 25, 26 years. It's not going to happen. You can safely say that.
You're laughing in the background there, Bob.
No, only because I can't get the cotton wool balls in the drawer.
Do you think Elton's music will always sell?
No.
And I'm crapping it.
How wonderful life is when you're in the world. I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind. Down, put down the world. How wonderful life is when you're in the world. You're so real.
What would you get if you took a secret agent from the 60s?
Freedom, baby, yeah!
Austin Powers.
Danger's my middle name.
Secret.
He's a swinger in a square world.
A lot's changed since 1967.
And a stranger
Bring on the sexy stews, man!
We're called flight attendants now.
in a strange land. Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery.
Now playing at a theater near you.